Yes, so let us start with the exercise number 3, simulation for the exercise number 3. As we have seen in the exercise number 2, we had forgot to check that the configuration of screen is in the metric units. So remembering that, we will quickly check uh, the screen and the configuration whether it is still there. Okay, so since I had closed the software and opened it again, the configuration has been again reset to English units. So I will go to quickly over here and select the metric option and click OK. So the screen is being set to the metric units. Okay. So now we can proceed with the creation of the geometry and then go for the simulation of operations. Next, I will go to main menu. I'll start creating the geometry. So if I observe at the figure of exercise number 3, okay, so there is a circle in the beginning that is required, okay, of 80, and then there is another circle of radius 128, with which the reference the arc of radius 66 has been drawn. So if I carefully observe the geometry, okay, so it can be replicated and mirrored on the either sides, on the bottom side, on the left side, and on the lower side of the left side. So I can create only one quadrant, okay, one fourth of the geometry, and then mirror it and then create the entire geometry and then go for simulating the operations. So that will make the things easy. Okay, so slightly there will be some additional operations that are to be done if I am going to mirror the things, but that can be done easily, but it will save a lot of time instead of repeating the same work on all the four sides. So I will quickly start creating the geometry. So first I will need an arc, center point, circle point plus radius. Okay, so the radius it is asking me, so the radius is of 80, radius is 80, and the reference point, let me select the center of the figure itself as the origin, because I'm going to create only one quadrant and then going to mirror the remaining parts that I've created. I can select the center point itself as the origin, so that with that reference all the other points can be created. 0 comma 0 are the coordinates. Reference point 0 comma 0. Okay, quickly I'll go to create arc, center point plus radius. Radius is 80, reference point is 0 comma 0. The circle is created, I guess. Let me use the fit screen option. Yes, it is created multiple times, I guess. I'll delete. Yes, so the circle is now available. Next, I need another circle of radius, uh, radius 128, which is on the outer side, and with that reference I'm going to create an arc of 66. So I'll create another circle, circle point plus radius. Radius is 128, and the same center I will use. So since I had created the circle already in the earlier stage, I have the reference as the center of that circle as the reference for creating the next circle. The two circles are available. Next, I need a smaller circle of radius 7 at a distance of 40 mm from the center on the top side and on the right hand side. So I will go to create again arc, center point plus radius. Okay, the radius is 7. Okay, the distance is 40 comma 0 is the first circle on the right hand side, and then similar kind of circle on the top side, so that will be 0 comma 40. Okay, so the two circles are being created. Next I need to create a horizontal line, so I'll quickly click on main menu. I'll use the fit screen option. Then what I will do is I'll use screen repaint, so that unnecessary things that are visible will get refreshed, and only the lines that I have drawn will be retained. Next, I need to draw. Remember, for any drawing, the method or the tools with which I am demonstrating you the creation of the geometry may not be the only way. Okay, so since there are multiple tools, multiple methods, you can use or adopt any method in order to create the geometry. The ultimate aim is to create the geometry as given in the figure. So you can use any option, any method that you want, and you can create the geometry. Maybe the method with which I am creating the geometry may not be the best one. Okay, so always remember that. Yes, next I'll go to create a line in the horizontal way on the other side. So till here I will create. Okay, sorry, I'll undo that. Remember, in this software you can undo only once. I'll create a line horizontal from this particular arc. Will go this side. Okay. Okay, somehow it is creating the line on the other side. So I'll create a bigger line. So I'll delete this line first. Create line horizontal. Okay, let us check. So I've created a big line. That is fine. Next, another line. I'll use a tangent option. I'll use horizontal option, that is better. Okay, so a line has been created. Similarly, on this side also I'll create the line. Okay, I'm in the horizontal mode, so I'll quickly go to vertical mode, refresh the screen. From here, this is one line, and then from this side I need another line. So lines are being created. Next, I need a circle at the center again. Create arc at the center point plus radius. Radius is 15. Point is 0, comma 0. So this is the center circle. Next, what I need is I need a line at an angle of 45 degrees which is going to touch the external circle of radius 128 mm, because from that point as the reference I am going to create an arc of radius 66 which is going to cut the inner circle of radius 80. So this circle of radius 80 which we have created, it should be cutting that particular circle. So let me quickly start. I'll go to main menu, create line. I'll select polar option. Okay, I'm going to select the point from which the line is to be created. Angle in degrees is 45 as mentioned in the figure. Length of the line, I'll give a bigger length. I'll say maybe 125 or say 130. Okay, I'm creating a line of length 130. So it has created a line of length 130. Okay, instead we can create a line of 128 also, which will exactly match and meet the circle itself. Okay, so I'll go to quickly main menu, modify, trim one entity. I'll trim only this portion. Modify, trim two entities. I want this portion and this portion. Okay, so this portion is, or that point I have obtained using which I am going to create an arc of radius 66. Okay, this arc was, the outer circle was anyhow not necessary, so it has trimmed it by default. So I'll go to create an arc of center circle point plus radius. Radius is now 66 and the point is this one. This is the reference point. Okay, so it has created. I'll quickly repaint the screen and use fit screen option. So it has created that particular thing. Now I'll start deleting the unnecessary things. Okay, I'll quickly go to modify, trim two entities, and this. I want this portion and I want this portion. Okay, undo this. Yes, that is correct. That is correct. I want to retain this portion and this portion. So that is being trimmed off. Just quickly check two entities. So it is deleting the entire part. I don't want to delete that entire portion. So what I will do is I'll go to main menu, Xform, extend. I'll extend this circle. Yes. Now I'll go to trim option again, modify, trim two entities. I can retain now this portion and this portion. Again, it is trimming this portion. So there is some misbehavior from the software. So I'll use the same option again, modify, extend. Length, I will give some bigger length of say maybe 5. Extend this quickly. So once that is being done, then I'll go to trim again, form, modify, trim two entities to retain this and this. Okay, that is fine. This and this. Okay, that is fine. I want to retain then this and this. Okay, I'll not do that. I'll use the break option instead then. So if it is deleting, so you can use the break option. I'll go to modify, break into two pieces. This one at this point, so it has broken it into two pieces. Next, again at two pieces, this portion from this point. Okay, so it has broken it into two pieces. Back up two pieces, this portion at this point. So it has broken. Now I can directly delete this part so that it is not troubling us anymore. Okay, so this I will delete and this I will retain only up till the required portion. So even this I can extend and then go for trimming the additional part. Modify, extend, length I will specify 5, that is okay. I'll extend this. Even this one I'll extend so that only the required portion or the length of the line I'll retain. So modify, trim two entities. I want to retain this portion and this portion that is being trimmed. I want to retain this and this that is being trimmed. I want to retain this portion and this portion. And then I want to retain this portion and this portion. Okay. So the half portion is ready. Still, we have to delete some more parts so that create line, horizontal line I'll create from the origin a horizontal line, click OK. Then main menu, create line vertical from the origin, again center a vertical line I am creating of any random length, click OK, because only this particular half portion we need. Okay, so what I will do is the additional portion I'll start trimming off. I'll go to again modify trim to entities. I want this and this. Okay, it is trimming unexpectedly. I want this portion and this portion. Two entities, this one and this one, this one and this one. Yes, that is enough. Next, I can even delete this line. Next, backup two entities. Want this portion and this portion. Undo. Modify trim two entities. And to retain this portion and this portion. Okay, that is fine. I want to retain this portion and this portion. That is being trimmed. Okay, that is fine. I can delete off this and this. Okay, that is fine. This is also being deleted. Next, a small portion has been left off because this is the quadrant that we needed actually. This we have to replicate on the left side and the bottom side so that the things can be quickly created. So one small portion we have missed, that is the 45-degree angle at the top. Okay, so for that we'll have to do a small construction over here. So I'll go to create a line horizontal. From this particular point I need to create a horizontal line till this particular length, say enter, and then I'll zoom on this portion. I'll fit screen option. I'll go to main menu, create a line, a polar line from this point, okay, at an angle of 45 degrees as mentioned, 45 degrees. The length is say maybe very small, 5 I will specify. So that was enough actually. Luckily that number 5 was enough, and this additional portions I'll just trim off. So I'll go to again modify trim two entities. I want to retain this and this. This portion is trimmed off. I want to retain this and this. So this portion is trimmed off. I'll delete this particular line. Okay, so that is chamfered. Like similarly, here also I will complete the procedure. Create line vertical from this particular point till here. I will draw that line. Click enter. Now from I'll draw a bigger line so that we don't have any issues over here. Create line vertical from this point. Okay, I'm creating a bigger line slightly. Then I'll trim it off so that I'll get the exact point. Two entities. I'll retain this and this. Okay. Two entities. I'll retain this and this. So I'm getting that exact portion. Next, I'll create a line polar. Okay, endpoint is this point at a angle of 45 degrees. Length is say maybe 10 I will give. Okay, so an additional line has been created that can be trimmed off. Modify trim two entities. I want this portion and this portion. Then I want this and this. Okay, so the additional part has been trimmed off. So now the geometry is ready and that can be mirrored. Okay, now let me have a reference line for mirroring. Create a line horizontal from the origin, that is 0 0. I'll create a very big line, say enter. Similarly, I'll create a vertical line. Create line vertical from the origin vertically a big line, enter. Okay, so the line is ready, across which we can mirror the things. Next, I'll go to main menu. I'll go to modify, X form, and then use mirror option. I'll use the chain option. I'll select this so that the white color part which is highlighted will be chained. I'll click done. I'll have to use this along x-axis. Say copy because I don't want to move the original part. Use construction attributes. Click OK. So the part has been mirrored. So if I just fit screen, you can see the part is mirrored. Similarly, I'll go for again main menu. I will xform mirror chain this thing, okay, across y-axis now. Okay, done along y-axis. Copy, use construction attributes, say OK. The part is created quickly. So that was quick enough. Only a small keyway is left out at the center. Here at this point, a small keyway is to be created, but the major part of the geometry has been created by using the mirror option. Okay, now I'll use the fit screen option. This line, the reference line, I will delete off. These are unwanted lines. Now, only thing we need to remember is sometimes we need to join these two particular parts because they are made in a separate forms and then they were mirrored. So sometimes these two arcs are not joined. Here the line is not joined. Okay, so you can use the join option and you can connect if required in the later stages, because while defining the operation, if you give the or use the chain option, it will not take a complete chain, so it will take it in a partial mode in the broken pieces, so that we don't want. So in that particular case, you use the join option and connect the two lines so that they join and form one entity instead of some small pieces. Okay, yes, now we'll quickly create that those two lines for the keyhole, the keyway. Okay, so that is the length is 4 and the height is 2. Okay, so first I will start creating a line. So from the center at a height of 2 mm, I will create a line, a horizontal line. Say from the origin, if I take the reference, it will be at a height of 2. So x is 0, y is 2. Will create a big line. Next, similarly, create line horizontal. X is 0, y is -2. Okay, done. So the horizontal and vertical lines are created. Then from the circle at a distance of 2 mm, meaning if the circle radius is 15 plus 2 17, 17 minus 17 on the x-axis, a vertical line. Main menu, create line vertical. Okay, so the x-axis is -17, y is 0. I'll create a vertical line. Okay, so I'll extend the same line so that I'll quickly zoom over that portion so that I can extend. I can modify, extend. I'll extend this line. Okay, that was enough. Then I will quickly trim the unnecessary parts. Modify, trim two entities. I want to retain this portion and this portion, this and this. Okay, and I want to retain this and this. Okay, I'll undo two entities. Want to retain this portion and this portion. Alright, it is getting deleted. So I'll use this and this. Okay, the upper portion is getting deleted. I'll quickly undo. I'll use the break option now. In such cases, the better option is to go for break, modify break into two pieces. This line at this point. Okay, modify break two pieces. This line at this point. Okay, some warning we are getting. Not an issue. We'll try with the other line. Modify break two pieces. This one at this point. Okay, it's not taking the break option either. So you can try to trim it, two entities, to retain this portion and this portion and this. Let me quickly extend that or create the circle again, because creating the circle is not a big job. We can quickly create the circle. I'll delete even this portion of the circle and then quickly make the circle again. Create a arc, center point plus radius. Radius is 15 and coordinate is 0, 0. Okay, so the circle is quickly created. Yes. Now the entire geometry is ready for the machining operation. So I'll fit screen and I will quickly check whether the particular part is ready for the machining operations. Yes. Now we can start. I'll go to tool paths, operations. I'll use drill. Okay. Manual tool. It is how much? 15 mm. Say okay. Depth is how much? Through depth. So plate thickness is 7.5. So I'll specify 7.5 as the depth, or say 8. I'll specify back drill. Say okay. Next, we'll use the contour option. Chain. The moment I click, the entire geometry should be in white color. So that means that there is no breakage or the geometry is even. Then say done. I'll add the toolgate tool from library. 2 mm flat and mill. Say okay. Counter parameters. Depth is minus 7.5. Yes. Next. Pocket. Area I'll select. Undo escape. I'll escape. Pocket. This particular portion. So I'll zoom on this part. Then get tool from library. I'll use for 1 mm. This is minus 7.5. See, okay. Boundaries are not closed. Toolpath generation. Okay. Minus 7.5. Okay. Not all boundaries are closed. So let me just quickly trim this. Modify trim to entities. I want to retain this portion and this portion. Let us extend. entities. Okay, so the portion has been retained. So let us quickly go to toolpaths, pocket. Area, this area I will select. Then pocketing parameters minus 7.5. See, okay. Then quickly I'll go to operations. First, we need to define the job setup. Job setup stock origin from the corner. Origin, let us give as minus. Now it is supposed to be 80. So minus 85. Y is minus 85. So the stock value that is to be created is 85 into 2, 170. And Z is 7.5 because plate thickness is mentioned as 7.5. Okay. So we have created that stock. So let us display the stock so that we can see, yes, the particular job is fitting in the stock that we have specified. Then we'll go to operations, select all, regenerate path, verify. So we can use the job setup values, say OK, and then go for the simulation. Yes. So that is simulated. So the part is simulated. The part is ready. Okay.